Hello, this is Dr. Rick Hoefer, and I'm the instructor for this section of Integrative Seminar. What I'd like to do in this video is to talk about the conclusion of your integrative paper. I mean, hooray, you are almost done. You're here at the conclusion. You've written all the other sections, and yet there's still 10 more points that you need to get here. So let's talk about what should be in this section and how it's going to be graded. All right, so there's a couple of actual sections to this conclusion, and the first part is kind of asking you to reflect on what you've learned by writing this paper. And so that's very important. The actual question is, what is your most significant learning and why? Okay, you have to provide the criteria by which you are judging this to be significant. It's like somebody might say, oh, I found this, the most important thing about writing this paper was that I put everything together, and the reason this is important is because I never had integrated the different courses before, and now I see why I had to take every single class in this entire curriculum, and I am so grateful for the opportunity, even those classes that I didn't think I liked or I didn't think was relevant. Okay, something like that. Of course, you don't want to use those exact words, but that might be one way to approach it. Hopefully, you will have many different things that you could write about in terms of what was significant about what your learning was from doing this paper. So that's part one of the two parts that you actually have to write. The other part then is related to how are you going to stay current? What is your lifelong learning plan? We all know that there's journals published every day or at least every quarter, and there's lots and lots of new information coming out. There are conferences to go to, there are trainings that you can attend, and there's lots and lots of information that's going to come out in the future. So how are you going to find out about that? How are you going to stay current with your practice? One of the things that this paper stresses over and over again is what is the empirical basis for your statements, and why are you choosing this kind of treatment or that kind of theory for your particular client in this situation. And the reason that we stress that is because we want you to have the most up-to-date, current, accurate, effective practice you can. And therefore, here at the end of the paper, we want you to make a plan for how you're going to stay current in the future. You're probably not going to just start taking classes again so that you can see your old professors and stay current on what they're teaching now, right? So you're going to have to come up with a different plan, and this is where you write about that. Okay, so those are two specific graded parts of your conclusion. Now, the other part of the points for this section, though, have to do with how well is the paper written, and how well did you use APA formatting, how well did you use APA citation, how good is your reference list, is it in APA? Now, when we say APA, at this point, we mean 6th edition. That's the latest edition. And so if you're using the 5th edition or you're using some amalgam of different ideas that you've used in the past, stop. Go do it right. Because this, just not doing the bibliography right, can be the difference between an A or a B or a C or something else. So it's just silly not to do it correctly because it's so easy to do. Yeah, it's tedious, but it's easy. You go to the site, the site that I've listed for you in the materials, or you pull out your APA manual, 6th edition, and you just do it, okay? Now, this is something that I'm totally unsympathetic about when people say, well, why did you take points off? I'm going to take points off if it's not right. So just do it right, and you get the points. That's the easy thing, okay? So other than that, I think that's pretty much it, and I look forward to reading your papers. I look forward to continuing to work with you so that I can meet you at graduation. Okay, so hope this has been helpful. and keep those cards and letters and discussion items coming.